Hey everyone, welcome to our Monday night call. This is Mary Hoff. We're here with the Olive Tree people, and this is Black Friday week, and I love it that all the companies are pretty much exposing themselves early. I walked into Target today. I was like, whoa, I mean, the thing I scooped up at Target was storage bins. I know it sounds really unexciting, but I'm like, they're expensive, and I got them for like 50% off. So that was a big win. But used to, it was like a dribble, right? It was like a little bit on this day, a little bit on that day, a little bit on that day. But I think just out of effort of pure competitiveness and trying to get the consumer's attention, companies are just telling everyone early. So yes, there could be maybe bigger deals with some companies, but the great thing about where we are as a company is that we have an amazing sale going on right now. So I will share and go over the details of the sale. You guys all have access to it. It's in your back office. It's on our Facebook groups. We can talk about all the sales or what the sale is, but I just wanted to dig in tonight a little bit and chat about what you can actually do this week in order to maximize and leverage these sales, right? We have a few short days left in the month of November, and I think it's really important to talk about what you can do right now. Now, we know you can do events, right? You can book an event, but sometimes those take a lot of pre-planning, or you might feel like they take a lot of pre-planning. You can still do one at the last minute, but I'm going to actually have our guest tonight, and I'm going to interview her actually, talk about what she has seen people do with an online business, or maybe not necessarily in person this last week. So I'm going to introduce a very special person to you all tonight. Lori Lambert lives in outside the great state of, or the great Dallas Cowboy Nation, as I like to call it. Sorry, all my friends. I have to just tell you, I know some of you hate me right now. Some people just, Robin's leaving the call. But yes, Lori lives in Texas. But Lori and I did met a long time ago with nothing to do with Texas. It was my very first job on the corporate side, and Lori was brought in. And when I met Lori, I quickly knew I was amongst people who really knew about our sales channel. Not only has Lori grown a multi-million dollar distribution with her own personal business and her own personal network, but she's also managed billions of dollars in business in very large brands. Her most recent job was with a company. And Lori, I think you were at the last job for about 4 or 5 years, if I'm correct. Is that correct?
Three.
Three. Okay. Well, see, Mary math, as my husband would say.
That's fine.
So Lori was there, and she managed a very large sales force. And those independent consultants were primarily focused on doing their business online. Even though that's not necessarily the way Lori has always grown her business, that's what this sales force did. And so that's what Lori trained and coached to. So yes, Lori has joined us as a consultant user just recently and as my friend. But really, even if she hadn't joined our company, I would just want to bring her on tonight so that we can really hear what Lori did to move that sales force during this last week before the month ends and during Black Friday. So, Lori, welcome to our call. And guys, by the way, we're open for questions. We're open for sharing. So I'm going to get my chat open here so I can see that as well. But Lori, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for being open to allowing us to pick your brain. And I'm going to just throw out some questions for you. So, was the sales force that you managed? Can you just tell us a little bit about the was it predominantly women, men? Like, who did you manage? And can you tell us a little bit about what they were like?
Sure. So it was prominently women, very young women, quite honestly. And this is really fun. So I've been, like Mary said, in the channel for, I don't want to say it out loud, 36 years. I started when I was two, let's say. We just go with that, okay? My youngest son was 4 months old, but it's been in the channel a long time. And I honestly went back to the field for a very short time to learn the online marketing and really experience it because I was seeing so much of that happen. But this company, I've never seen anything quite like it. I mean, they almost swung the pendulum too far. It was great during COVID, of course, because they had really connected to it. But they were young. Our average age was 19 to 26.
Whoa.
And if you're like me, I was always looking for that really youthful crowd, right? So you just kind of have to learn to do business like they do. And I will tell you, contrary to a lot of talk out there, they were not uh entitled. They worked very hard. They were great trainers. They loved what they did, and it really worked for so many of them as either singles that were in college. We actually attracted a very highly educated group. Sometimes I felt like, wow, I'm not sure I'm in the right place, but of course I really did. But, lots of people that were in the medical profession, even doctors and lawyers, people that had their masters, people that had gotten their doctorate degrees in different areas. But they were young. But as we all know in our economy today, the story you heard a lot was, I did all the right things. I went to college, I got a great job, and I still am not living the life that I thought I would. I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. And I want to reach other people. And in a short time, they were able to, many of them, to replace their income. A lot of them weren't looking to leave their job. They just wanted a better life, whether it was more travel or just to buy that dream car or carry the Louis Vuitton bag. Everybody has their thing, right? Some of us like it all. So.
Right. I think we all like it all, at least on this call, right? By the way, hey Tina, I just saw you pop in. Yeah, so Lori, when it's interesting because you think about our group of people, and there's a lot of experience on this call. Like if I were to go through and just kind of count the years, I mean, we got some good years here cumulatively. So I guess in some ways, like we know, right? Like you kind of think, oh, we know what to do, like a lot of experience. And maybe these women that you were working with didn't necessarily walk in with a ton of like network experience. They walked in, maybe sounds like they were very hungry. So I guess what I kind of want to peek behind the curtain is tonight, like if this were their Black Friday week and they had our product, what do you think like best practices for this group of women, the ones that are on this call, what did you think that they could learn from the ones that you coached? Like, what do you think the best practices would be?
Well, I think first off is to think about how you spend your money. People's purses are about to get a lot looser. And I think we have to get in that mindset. A lot of us think, oh, is our product good for Christmas? Is our product good for this? Are they going to use it at gifts? It doesn't matter. People just start spending more freely. I want you to think about it. How many of you go shopping for gifts and you come home with one for them and three for you? Right? I mean, that's just how. So we have to go to the mindset that people are in the shopping mode. They are not in the saving mode. So when you get that mindset, it really helps. So you don't always have to be talking about buying presents and things. You just have to talk about, the product we have is so amazing. And there's not a time of year that you need to invest in this product. Every day is the day that you need to invest in this product. Every day is the day that you can take care of your skin. Every day is the day that you can pamper yourself every day. So first off, I want you to get a mindset of, people are just spending money right now. And so don't be afraid to talk about it. People will buy. I will say that one of the things I love is we have 3 daughters that are between, we're a blended family. We have 2 that are 38 and 1 that's 41. I kind of call that the target market right now. And let me tell you, they would take an $80 serum for Christmas and think it was amazing. We have to remember that they have a different maybe concept than, I'm probably much older than y'all. I have 10 grandkids, but when I wanted more quantity when I was younger, they really are looking for quality. 2 of my daughters started getting Botox in their early 30s. Most of us, or I don't know how I'm looking at some of you look a lot younger, but most people my age didn't think about that till 40 or 50 even. So they're taking better care of their skin. I think our face with social media has really become a place of investment. And I want you to think about that. It's a place of investment.
And the reveal to do.
And so you're really going to be looking at that. So the first thing to do is get the right mindset. Secondly is don't be afraid to ask. And of course, I know I'm talking, if Mary says there's a lot of years in here, sometimes I think we forget to go basic though. Sometimes we forget that if we don't ask, you are automatically saying no for that person. Mm-hmm. Now, from a social media standpoint, how are you growing your network? I think every day you've got to grow your network. And one of the things that I love that they did was they were constantly asking people to post for them. So it was third-party validation at all times. Mm-hmm. They didn't post nearly as much for themselves as they had other people post for them. So if Mary were to call me and say, "Hey, Lori, I'm doing Olive Tree and I want you to try this." I'm just like crazy about the mask. The green one. I don't know. Yeah. And then my husband thinks green women are sexy, so that it serves two purposes. So after Mary went to see
Wicked right now,
that's right. It all goes along with Wicked, and you can have some fun with that. Mm-hmm. Share those images from Wicked. It's a high trending topic right now, and we have that great mask. So I would say, and Mary had me try it, or I had tried it, or she just told me about it. She'd say, would you be willing to post about it? Because Mary and I've known each other a long time, but let me tell you, I bet you we both have thousands of friends that aren't the same.
Right.
We probably have hundreds that are, but we have thousands that aren't. Mm-hmm. So now Mary has opened me to a new network, but better than yet, I've opened her to a new network, but I've also given her third-party validation. And going into Good Friday, we've got to grab people's attention. They're going to be inundated. Mm-hmm. I saw something today, and I swear I did not know this, and maybe all of you do, that if you go down and click on the friends button at the bottom of your screen, it'll remove all your advertisements for that session. I learned that today. Oh, wow. How many of you are getting more ads than you're getting people?
Yeah.
Here, give value to people. Say, hey, do me a favor, go click on this. They're going to want, also that puts you in their algorithm. Mm-hmm. So these are things that are so important to know. And when you share them, people are going to want to follow you even more because you just gave them huge value. Mm-hmm. I don't want to see every casino known to man and every reel and every, what am I getting a lot of right now? Fingernails, because I looked up freaking fingernails, to get cute fingernails for the holidays. And if I get one more thing about fingernails, I could have 900 fingers right now and they could all be different.
Yeah.
Awesome. These are the things, right, Mary, that's so important.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the idea about, anytime that something's a movement and things become movements really quickly, but the statistics on what's going on with Wicked now are outrageous. No matter if you like it or don't like it, it's on every end cap at Target. No joke. I counted 20 Wicked end caps today as I'm walking through the store that are all about Wicked. There was an air freshener. There's a Barbie doll. There's a bath towel. There is like literally everything that you can imagine. It was also like more than holiday. Like they're transitioned into holiday, but I'm seeing holiday stuff, I'm seeing Christmas stuff and Hanukkah stuff, but honestly, I'm seeing like just as much Wicked. And so there's a couple lines in there that could serve you. And Lori, since you brought this up, I'm going to just share this with all of you. When Elphaba and Fiyero, if you don't know the particular movie scene, but basically she finally hooks up with the dream boy who left the blonde girl to come be with her, right? So green girl ends up with boy. Spoiler alert. But the point is that she says, for the first time, I'm feeling wicked. And it's kind of like this sexy thing because she's basically alluding to the fact that for the first time she's feeling, a little like she's going to get it on with this boy. But just that one line doesn't violate any copyright. You're not going to get slammed for saying something like that, but it gives you huge leverage with the mask. Even sending that personally to people, Lori, like what you said, yes, guys, I know posting, keep it in your algorithm, but I get so much traction in personally messaging people. I message probably 20 people a day. And that to me is where my personal sales and my bread and butter come in, because I get lost in people's algorithm. I have the max amount of friends and it doesn't matter. I have people who tell me they never see me. My best friend never sees me. And maybe she doesn't click on my stuff, which I guess I just thought of that. That's kind of rude. But my point is that like you're putting it out there and continue to do that, and it will get picked up. I saw Mary got 2 orders today from her social media post, and I don't think she's on, but I just want to give her a shout out. But messaging things like that to people also, and even saying, have you seen the movie? Here's a little bit like me for the conversation starter. I'm going to share with you something not to do during this holiday season. I had a lady who was with me with another company and reached out to me the other day and said, oh, I really want to try one of your serums, this and that. I was like, absolutely, let me send you the link, for the brain quiz. I'll, tell me about your skin. Let's get into a conversation about it. And she goes, well, my skin's great now that I'm drinking my new product. Don't do that. Don't reach out to someone else asking them to buy their product when your intention is really only to sell them your product, right? Like it was a real ick. And honestly, I didn't even want to send her my link at that point, but just be genuine. I know you're going to love this product. I know it can benefit your skin. I'd love to hear what you think. Like all of these words are just amazing reach outs. And also throw it into our thread, our chat thread, and ask for what other people are messaging. Ask them to copy and paste and send you over what they're sending, because duplication is great flattery. So Lori, what else did you see women do in this last big week of push virtually? I know you're saying that they got third-party referrals. I just shared some messaging ideas. What else would you say would be wonderful for these women to do that would get them great results with these specials going on?
We did marathon power hours early in the morning.
Nice.
So we would do 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. marathon power hours. Have 3 leaders or 3 people on your team lead an hour. Help people get there so they don't feel like they're missing the holiday.
Right.
But do you know what you can get done in an hour? If you really, but it's a guided power hour. So you're telling them what message to post, who to reach out to go maybe comment on 10 people's posts, to invite 5 people to be their friend, to do this. You're literally guiding the power hour. And then you're asking them, then you're going in and messaging as well. One of my favorite things I love that I learned a couple of years ago is a lot of people send out birthday messages, right? They'll either post on your wall or send you a message. 2 things that I like to do different. Number 1 is start commenting on their post 3 days before their birthday. You want them to recognize you, because they might get 500 happy birthday messages, but if you're talking to them, so today, go and look at what birthdays are coming up. Start posting or start commenting on their posts. Get in their algorithm so you'll be on theirs. And then when you say happy birthday, they remember you. The other thing I like to do is I don't even like to use Facebook. I like to send them a text. Because it's so they'll notice that more, then it'll stand out more.
Absolutely.
And invite them to, I know we're trying to stay all online, but invite them to something. I love to play on words. I would probably do something for about 30 minutes or an hour at my house on Black Friday, maybe around noon, and just say something like Black Friday exhaustion, get wickedly relaxed, and come join me for a green facial. 30-minute refresh, and then you can shop again.
Nice. That's really smart. I love that.
Give them a place to go. We know that once they, what do they say? Possession is 9/10 of the law. I always say trying it's 9/10 of the sell.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Guys, we have about 10 minutes left, and we're really going to wrap this up about 2 to 3 minutes before 9 Eastern, because I know we have the corporate call right after. But hey, do any of the leaders or anyone else on here have anything that you want to share as far as what you're doing this last week with the sale? Or any questions that you have, Robin? I'll Robin do this.
Yeah, I did. I did. I just sent everybody out a message that this sale is good, and then I went back today and did it again. I said it even got better with the Love Duo,
Mhm.
and I made a sale today. So one out of my 20 people that I reached out to, that's better than nothing. So
Yeah, how long did it take you to send those messages?
not long at all, because I made one message,
Mhm.
but I sent it to everybody, but just changed their name.
Yeah,
I've even done some voice ones as well.
nice.
And the more messages you send, let me jump in here, because if you start doing a lot of that, you've got to be really cautious. Throw an emoji, a different emoji at the beginning. Change it from "Hi Mary" to "Hello Laurie." They Facebook looks at about the first 5 words of your message, and if they're too similar, they're going to shut you down. 5 messages, wait a few minutes, 5 more, wait a little bit, but change them. The body, you don't have to put a lot of effort. You can throw, like I said, change hello to hi to how are you to an emoji, but it will keep you from getting blocked.
Amazing. That's really good, really good.
It's really important, or they will. And sometimes they'll shut you down for an hour. Sometimes they'll shut you down for a month. There's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah, my marketplace has been shut down for 4 months. So you guys I posted today, and I did that partially just so you guys know, also to get my algorithm up, just so people, it was totally not related to a sale, but it was a call out for common ground. Robin, congratulations on that. Good work. Love that. Anybody else have any questions or anything else they want to share that they're working on?
Liz said
There
that
you go.
Liz says she followed up with the ladies who didn't buy from her event the other week. That's awesome. And that's kind of my strategy too, as I'm going back to people who have bought once, especially early on, maybe 6 months ago or 5 months ago, and just reconnecting with them and then sharing this sale personally.
Awesome. Lori, did you say something too?
Yeah, and remember to share a post with your team, because some of them just, if you give it to them, they'll do it. But if you don't tell them what to say, they won't do it. But all of you, you've got different friends, you come from different walks of life. Just ask them to put one thing in. If I said, being busy as a nurse, because that's what a nurse told me to say, wouldn't make sense because I'm not a nurse. But you have them just give them a basic post so that they can do it, and give them 3 or 4 to do throughout the day that will make sense about shopping, about Wicked. Have them do just a curiosity post. What's another word that you would use for Christmas, or holiday, and let's see how many we can come up with. People will comment on those. I mean, in fact, if you look, a lot of bots out there, that's what they'll do. I'm looking for a name of an old-fashioned name, and all they're trying to do is gather info. You need to do the same thing, but make it relevant to your business. What is your favorite feature on your face? What is your least favorite feature? What type of skin do you have? What's your biggest problem? And just throw them out there and get as many people involved as you can.
I just did a post yesterday, the day before, and I got over 2,000 sites on it, insights, and it was about my husband bringing home a bottle of water from the park and thinking I was going to drink it. Did you guys anybody see my post?
No.
No.
He brought it home. It was a brand new bottle, and he found it on the basketball court, and he actually thought I would drink it. So it was like an unpopular opinion. What would you think? I blew my mind, but I got a lot of reactions from it. So I just do that to get my algorithms back up too.
Yeah,
So
that's
That's
great.
fantastic.
Is always good.
Yeah. Exposing our spouse for what they think we'll do is always funny, right? How about anyone else? don't forget you can message too. So we were talking about Facebook messaging there, but you can, I mean, obviously you can message directly. You don't have to send those out in just Facebook messages. And then you don't have to think too hard about what you change because hopefully Big Brother's not watching your personal messages on your, texting as much as they would be on Facebook.
I did reach out to another girl who just bought from me. It took her a while. And she said, "Thank you for following up." And I said, "Well, that's part of the, process of having this business. I want to make sure that you're happy with what you have." She said, "When will I start noticing a difference?" And I said, "Take a before picture right now and then take another one in a month, and that's how you'll notice the difference." So you got to remember to tell them to do that. I forgot. Just another
Absolutely.
little tidbit.
That's amazing, Robin. Yeah, I have to say that is the number one thing that I know another skincare company focused on. It was right on their product when they got it. Before they even open it, there was a sticker on it that said, before you open this, take your before picture, right? It was such good marketing. All right, guys, we have about a couple minutes. Are there any other questions? Lori, thank you so much for being
You're
on.
welcome.
Can I
Guys,
just ask Lori real quick? Lori, you were saying to do something with your friend. Like, what was like? Walk us through that process again about the whole friends thing.
About coming over.
No, just about like how your notifications and stuff with
Okay,
like
so when you
ads.
go, not in your notes, so where's your notification? If you're on your phone and you look at the bottom, it's like home, friends, marketplace, blah. Just click the friends button and reopen, and you're right there, and it just show friends, 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 friends.
Oh, okay.
And you don't see all the, and like I said, these are tips that if you give out, anytime we can give someone value, it doesn't have to be value for our business. It can be any kind of value. Nolan Ryan steaks are on sale at Kroger for, $6.99 a pound instead of $18.99. That gets people excited and they think, I want to follow that person. I want to see what they're saying every day because you're bringing them value in their life.
awesome. Love it. Guys, I'm gonna go.
Thank you for that tip. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Mel, did you have something else to add?
No, I was just saying thank you. So I guess in essence, what you're saying is when you click that friends, just the ads go away. You're just
Yeah.
seeing your friends. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
I wish I'd have known that about 6 months ago. How about you?
Yes. Every day. Every day I wish I knew that.
Yes.
Guys, I'm gonna get this recording out tonight. I promise I won't leave my computer until I grab it from Zoom and post it on our group. I'm also gonna hop over to ChatGPT and ask for 5 curiosity posts about skincare and then share those with our team just to give people like a little bit of a landing ground. And I'll try to prefer or get the prompts really good with ChatGPT so it's not, do you prefer Olive Tree or do you prefer another brand? I'll get something that is like really generic to hopefully help people. Anything that you can do like that this week, share your language on our group thread, anything that you can do just to elevate each other, support each other, and give each other ideas because we all know a lot of people. It's just a matter of knowing like I got to spend 15 minutes a day on my reach outs in order to really maximize this sale this month because it's a good one.
I would also say really quick, ask what people think when they hear waterless skincare.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Every time I heard that, I thought that just sounds terrible. It sounds dry. It sounds, and it's a great conversation starter.
Yeah.
And you can see how uneducated people are. And that way it gives you a reason to reach out and educate.
Yeah. I was the same way. I thought it sounded weird.
Yeah.
So I had no idea what it was. Liz, did you want to say something? Were you putting your hand? No.
No, I was just
Playing with her hair.
All right, everyone. We have our 9 o'clock company call in 1 minute. They just emailed everyone the link. It's right in your inbox in your email. And hopefully we'll see everyone there. Lori, thank you again.
You're welcome.
Thank you for being on. And we'll see you all next Monday night, if not before.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.